What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna revisit Gotham Knights on the secondary computer here. It had a huge performance boost on the Steam Deck and the ASUS G15 Advantage, so where it's totally pretty much playable on both of them. I mean, the Steam Deck was still, a little not the funnest at times, but if you're okay with 30, and some drops under 30 here and there, kind of like I dropped a couple times under 60 on the ASUS, and it's totally playable. Anyway though, so before we hop into the game, actually I think I still have to download the damn game on here, but luckily Steam lets you transfer games just on your network now, so I mean it's about the same as gigabit anyway, so it wouldn't really matter that much, but it's still cool, don't have to waste bandwidth. So anyway, before we get into the game, let's quickly go over the specs of this guy real quick. So it's got a 5800X 3D, it is undervolted with that PBO2 tuner. It's got a -25 on all cores. I'm pretty sure it could handle the -30, but I just haven't worked up to it yet. I've been going up by increments of 5, and then I kind of just stopped there and started making YouTube videos again on it, so haven't had time to test it. Anyway, then after that we got a 3090 Founders Edition. Then we have an AsRock Taichi X570 motherboard. We got 32 gigs of 3600 megahertz DDR4 CL14 dual rank memory. Then we got ourselves an EK 360mm all-in-one cooling that 3D 5800X chip. And then we've got a 1000 watt PSU powering the whole thing. It's a Corsair RM1000 gold rated power supply to be very specific. And then to top everything off here, we've got ourselves our ultra-wide monitor, which will be getting upgraded very soon here. We will be getting that Corsair Xenon Flex. And we'll probably also upgrade the GPU just for fun up to a 7900 XTX. And then it'll be an all AMD build, and that'll be kind of fun. But anyway, specs for the monitor is a 3440 by 1440 ultra-wide monitor. It's an IPS panel. It's got G-Sync, no FreeSync, and no HDR. No 3D or any of that it's fancy stuff. But still a very nice monitor, but I would consider it probably top of mid-range to bottom of high-end at this point. There's a bunch of way cooler monitors out now. But if you're happy with the way that this looks, I'm sure you could find one of these for a super discount at this point. And it's lasted me all this time making all these videos. I think this thing's fucking 2-3 years old almost at this point. So it's still cooking along, no problem. Same thing with the Predator on the laptop. That thing was just an old relic that I had lying around. So I was like, oh, well, fuck it. Instead of letting it sit in the basement, let's bring it up and use it as an external monitor. And that was pretty cool. Anyway though, enough blabbing. Let's go hop on into the settings, look at some settings, and hop into the game. Alright guys, let's look through these settings real quick before we get into the game here on the secondary computer. We're at ultra wide, even though it doesn't look like it right now. They just don't do an ultra wide menu for whatever reason. Honestly scared me and thought, oh shit, did this game not support ultra wide? Am I just making a useless video here? But nope, it does once you get into the game anyway. But just reached the bottom while I'm blabbering, so let's get into the game and we'll see how it does. Well now, here we go. We are in the game, so let's get ourselves a little bit of gameplay here, and the game is maxed completely out. We got ray tracing and everything on. So let's just go see how it does. I was honestly expecting turning ray tracing on to turn it into a stuttery mess, because that's about the only thing I didn't try on the ASUS, so if anybody wants to see that on the ASUS G15 Advantage, just let me know. And I still have to do this damn game on the Ally too, jeez. But hopefully now this game should be like a 30-40 FPS experience on that. Hell, might even reach 60-ish. With the right settings, but we'll have to wait and see. And I heard there's a new BIOS coming out for that thing soon. So hopefully that will make it even faster again, because I don't know if the newest one that came out fixed the problem or not.
Could that be Red Hood?
No. I ain't stopping, fuck you guys. Who the hell are they after, anyway? Are they after that bum? No, he, pieced out. They're not after... Who the fuck were those guys even after? I thought they were after me at first. But no. Well, alrighty then. Now, that's interesting. It's actually using less RAM on my secondary computer than it was on my... laptop. Now, the laptop probably just has a bunch of random nonsense running in the background. I probably gotta go in there and check and clear house. See if we can't clear up some RAM. Because it was literally using a gig more. I believe it was using about 13.8 gigs of RAM. Oh, are these some... No, yeah, these are just normal people. Let's fight. Hell yeah.
You're just saying that because you're bored. That's it. I'm done. I found son of a...
Alright, you missed. Oh, you almost got me with that, but... Oh, nope, nope, nope. You're not turning me off, fire bitch. Ah, well, you got me once. Good on you. You just set your friend's corpse on fire, buddy. What the hell? It was just like, it was like a song. Ooh. That was awesome. All right, that actually made me laugh a little bit. The game has redeemed himself a little bit.
I'll get out of your hair.
Especially now that it doesn't run like absolute hot garbage.
Who is that?
It's Red Hood. Oh, you almost ran into me. But I am running around the street like an idiot, so that's kind of my fault. All right, let's get on the bike now, see how that does. So far on this thing, we're having an almost butter smooth experience. All right, no, we're getting up to 13 gigs of RAM now. Maybe it's just because it takes a while to fully utilize everything. All right, well, we already fought people, so we'll just keep riding around on our bike for now. I'll try to make a mental note, and hopefully those people will be there when I get to the main computer, which I won't be able to do today because lost power, and I don't want to run this thing at full tilt off the generator or the batteries. It just seems like a bad idea. Probably could handle it, no problem. I just feel like no matter how good or expensive your system is, that's like dirty power. But I could be wrong. I mean, it is hooked up to uninterruptible power supplies, so those I believe are supposed to clean up power anyway, so I should be fine. But still, why run the thing out of propane, or why run the batteries like harder than they need to be? You know? Because who knows how long it'll take to get the power back? Might be a freaking week or two. Hopefully not. It'll probably be a day or two at tops. This wasn't the worst storm in the world. It's pretty bad, but we've had way worse, where we had to call in people from like Indiana and Ohio and all sorts of places to help us. So I don't think that'll be necessary, but hey, maybe it will hit places way harder than it hit me, so I'll have to wait and see what's up. At least Charter still has power. I still have internet. I didn't have to go and hotspot my phone, which I don't like to do, because isn't it funny how you have unlimited everything except your hotspot? It's like, oh, you only get 24 gigs, at least with Verizon. I'm sure it's different per carrier, but yeah, they only give you 24 gigs, and then they charge you up the butthole. Guess how much a gig is? Or at least was last time I had to get it. $35 plus tax. So it's more like almost 40, like 38 bucks for a gigabyte of data after you're out of your regular data. That's a load of garbage. I don't care if I'm a billionaire one day. I am never paying that much for data. Fuck that, out of principle. Although at the sale of the house I'm sitting at still a pretty healthy 6 figures, getting closer to that 7, but anyway, moving on to camera. Well, alright guys, let's get a little camera recorded gameplay, but before we do, let's do something that's been a long time coming here. Let's just go ahead and get rid of all this dust here. There we go. Alright, sweet. Now, get off that for now and let's just run around for a little first.
He's even bigger than Batman.
That's the first time I've really seen much stutter. It's been being pretty smooth up until there.
You're a menace, Red Hood.
Damn straight. Menace to the extreme. So there's still some spots that have a little stutter here and there, but pretty goddamn smooth experience for the majority of the parts though. Especially compared to what it was when it first came out. There's no way we would be hitting 100% GPU utilization. Unless you were indoors. Indoors you could, no problem, but when you're outside for whatever reason, when this game first came out, it was like, no. every computer will play this game horribly. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Probably why the consoles were limited to 30 FPS when it launched. They probably have a 60 FPS patch by now. I don't see any reason why they couldn't if my laptop can get 80 to 90 FPS. Their GPUs are pretty equal to my laptop GPU. It's just my laptop CPU absolutely curb stomps their CPUs. But that's to be expected. It's a Gen 3 CPU, theirs is only a Gen 2 CPU. And theirs doesn't turbo boost. It's locked. It's the CPU or the GPU in those that, or at least on the PS5, I think that actually can go up and down, and like depending on what kind of game you're playing, it'll overclock the GPU or give maybe the CPU like a couple hundred megahertz more. I could have sworn I read that somewhere, but I could be very mistaken.
Could that be Red Hood?
It could be indeed. Stop. No, thank you.
So that's the big guy.
All right. Let's get out our little bike now. There it is. Heck yeah. Seems to be running pretty damn good now. We had a little bit of stutters, but it never dropped under 60. What's going on here all of a sudden? That was a big thunderclap. Again, there's storms rolling in, so hopefully I don't lose power while I'm trying to make this video. Though, even if that happened, it wouldn't be in a row. We already got 4 minutes and some change. I could make that work in a video if I really had to. I prefer to get a little bit more footage, though, driving around. We already had a bunch of time just running around. Ow.
That felt good.
Well, hell yeah. Kicked their ass, and I got a crime resolved.
Party's over. Gotta go.
Alright, and with that, let's wrap this video up before I lose power or something. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Gotham Knights on my secondary computer here. And it did a pretty damn good job now, more than playable. Had a little tiny bit of some stutters at one point in the game, but beyond that, it was actually pretty butter smooth, which was pretty surprising for games nowadays. It would have been nice to be 100% stutter free, but I'll fucking take what I can get. But anyway though, that is all I got for this video, so now it is time to move on to the primary computer. Although there's a freaking thunderstorm running through, so I don't know if I want to risk trying to get footage right now. So I'll go make my decision. But that's for later worries and whatnot. So let's wrap the video on up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.